Cinemagasm.
Action!
Welcome back to
We gotta pop the vinegar strokes.
Welcome back to Cinemagasm on Coming This Summer. JB Martin, Ryan Superbad Sharp.
We got some doozy. We got a doozy of hot dog. We got a
week.
doozy of Cinemagasm. It's been a hot last week.
It's been a hot week, leading into
Ben.
this new week.
It's been
been a hot week.
Yeah. Wow. Here we are.
Man, I don't know where we're going to start. There's been
First
so
of all,
many
happy
things.
Monday,
Yeah, happy
everybody.
Monday.
It's Cinemagasm. We're here. How are you? What? We went to go see. I'll just get right into our personal lives. We saw
Ant-Man 2
Ant-Man again. Yeah.
This time in IMAX.
Yeah. I've been watching some Modern Family. I've been watching through Simpsons. I rewatched What If because Kang was all up in Ant-Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
All those
after
are a lot
seeing
better
Ant-Man
than
2
people
again,
say. Yeah.
I still like it, and I still
Yeah.
think people are out of their mind thinking.
Yeah, I
it's a
think we're
terrible
gonna
movie.
do another review because we saw it again.
The re-review.
We got to do a IMAX review, and then when we go see it in 3D, we got to do a 3D review.
And then do we see it in IMAX 3D?
And then you see it in IMAX 3D and see an IMAX 3D review. All right. So we got some Star Wars news. Mandalorian season 3 is set to release on March 1st on
It's
Disney
first?
Plus.
Okay.
Yep,
That was
the
the
1st of
fourth,
March.
right?
It's got all over Disney Pluses.
It's the first.
Catch up now.
Yeah.
New episodes
Do it.
March 1st. So we have 2 shows of Star Wars are actually dropping at the same time. We have Bad Batch,
Which you like, right?
season 2, which is really good.
That's your
I never
jam.
finished season 1,
Okay.
but because I was on Star Wars. I was watching all of them. I was watching Rebels. I was watching that. I finished Clone Wars. Like I was fucking trying to get all the stuff.
Downloading.
I was trying to
The
get all the
Matrix.
stuff. Yeah, right.
Give me more.
And then I just didn't care, and I just stopped watching all of it. But
Yeah, I got a back catalog. It's just getting worse and worse and worse.
yeah, but Mandalorian season 3 drops, and Jon Favreau came out with a quote of, "There seemingly is no end or finale that they're building to," and I think what that means is there's no Avengers
No,
type
and I think
finale.
like
They're
we
just
were,
gonna keep telling
Yeah.
stories with this Mandalorian.
Well, we said off
Yeah.
before we went on how Disney's clearly trying to pretend that the sequels
don't
sequels?
exist. Yeah,
What sequels? Because you've already I don't know if you've read reports in the last couple of weeks about
the new trilogy. Yeah,
Daisy Ridley's she's interested in coming back and playing. Like all these people are are they gonna just slowly just
see, the
do
problem
different
is about the new
movies?
trilogy is none of the cast. I like John Boyega and I like
They're all
Daisy
good.
Ridley and I liked
Moon Knight.
yeah, what the
Oscar
fuck is
Isaac.
this? Oscar Isaac. Yeah, I want Michael fucking Douglas. That's not right. Yeah, I liked all of them. It's just they weren't given anything to work.
The movies
with
were not
script-wise,
well
and
written.
The movies are
They're
they're
not
well
good movies.
they're not well crafted. Just on all.
Well,
on the
there's
whole
it
spectrum,
went
they're
against
garbage.
character
Yeah.
archetypes all the way across the board.
Yeah.
Let's make Luke not Luke.
Which
Let's
is why I
make-
like Mandalorian, because
went
Mandalorian, it doesn't rely
back
on
to
old
formula.
character archetypes. It's new people, and it's it doesn't fucking matter,
Doesn't
what we
matter.
do as long as we tell cool
And
stories.
this happened right after Return of the Jedi when you still liked Star Wars. And
And we don't have to
Yay.
hear about Order 66 every fucking time a series starts, which if I have to hear about that again,
well,
I'll Order
they're
66
doing
myself.
the Ahsoka show, right?
Ahsoka. Yeah.
show, and that's
Ahsoka.
going to be all about.
That's the Star Wars Avatar hybrid mashup, Ahsoka. That's the fucking thumbnail, literally, for the
Oops.
episode. Yeah, nice going, ass. Way to go. When people on Reddit say gross when they see the thumbnail, just know it's your fault. So we have a quote from Jon Favreau. He goes, "I think the beauty of this is that it's in the middle of the story, of a much larger story. And though we'll have a resolution over time with these characters, it's not like there's a finale we're building to. That I have in mind." So as the series goes on, I'm sure
That's just dangerous.
Baby
though.
Yoda, but how many
Baby
seasons of
Yoda.
Mandalorian can there be?
That's
There can't be more than 5, right? Before people stop caring,
Yeah.
Just imagine where there's 8 seasons of a Star Wars show. Nah, probably not, right?
Well, I think the issue
Probably
is
not.
now that they've done other good Star Wars shows like Andor that kind of killed some of the hype of how good Mandalorian came out when everything else sucked, and everyone was like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, something decent from
Yeah.
Star Wars, thank you God." And, now
And
we've
I
got-
even disliked Mandalorian when it came out, but now that there's more, I like the fucking first season, and second season is really good too.
see, but now there's so much people are like, "Oh, that's just another thing."
Right, that's just another thing. That's a lot of people skipped Andor, I think, because it was
Even though
just
it's critically acclaimed,
bet.
and it's supposed to be just.
I never watched it.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, because there's just something
This
about
Star
Liam
Wars
Neeson
out.
came out and said the more and more you do for the universe, you take away the mystery of the universe. And I'm like, yeah, remember when like, I mean, I really don't, but like when like the prequels were like Revenge of the Sith had come out, and it's like Anakin's Darth Vader. We like that's fucking. We knew that was pretty much coming, but like we put that fucking out there.
The stories that we got
now.
was just filling in the backstory,
and it bridged the gap.
It didn't take a lot away.
No, because there was still mystery to Darth Vader as a character.
Like I think you can add more content without killing it completely. But when you make Luke against his character, you know what I mean? When you make all these drastic changes for like,
it's hard to go back.
To subvert expectations.
It's hard to go backwards.
You can't.
Yeah.
Now
just
you're
like,
trying to fix
it. That's what Marvel is suffering from. They're doing it, but it's like they did Endgame, and now they have to do like
Marvel's
Spider-Man goes to Paris
from Dragon Ball Z syndrome, as I call it.
Yeah,
you can't.
There's a new, bigger, badder threat.
There's every single time. This is the tops,
but
guys.
That's
this
Marvel
is it.
Comics. That's DC. That's Star Wars.
Mangas.
Extended
That's
universe.
comics.
That's storytelling. Yeah.
So that's what you guys like. People who hate on the movies because of how ridiculous it is. It's like that's
I
where
still
we're
think
going.
The new trilogy are stupid, fun popcorn movies that like. Hey, if you want a movie to clown
the
on
first
and
one
turn
is
your
for
brain
sure.
off,
The
I really
first
like
one is
Force
a
Awakens.
nostalgia trip.
Yeah,
that's
pretty much why.
That has not completely ruined it because you think they can fix it after.
I still remember my theater experience
I
for
remember.
Force Awakens. Yeah, it
One
was
of our
fun.
former guys from the show, Evan.
Yeah,
literally went like opening night, and then the
yeah.
next night, and the next night, and then had a Star Wars party at his house, and then
wow.
Because he's like a super Star Wars nerd. He's
Yeah.
like, Star Wars is good again.
Yeah.
It's good again. And then by the time the sequel came out, he's like, I wish they would have never made any more Star Wars movies.
Yeah, honestly, they probably should have stopped that Force Awakens, if I'm going to be
They
honest.
could have, if they would have
yeah.
not done the terrible Luke
Yeah.
plot, then I would have agreed with you.
Anyway,
But anyway, moving on.
I'm excited for Mandalorian. Definitely
Yeah.
excited
Maybe
for
we'll
Mandalorian.
do some kind of like Star Wars special.
Do you want to talk about? We didn't really touch on this, but Marvel announced that they're cutting back, and the only two shows are going to be Loki and
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion.
And allegedly, we're going to get them almost back to back.
The
Which is
actress
interesting.
who is playing Echo has come out and said that we're still getting Echo this year.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, honey.
I don't
No.
think they're going to cancel Echo necessarily because they'd already like.
No,
There's
not
too much.
cancel.
No, I know, but I mean, like
yeah.
that show was too far along in development,
Yeah.
and they're not DC, and they
As
don't
somebody
just light
who really
stuff
doesn't
on fire.
want Echo, I'll take it. You know what I mean? It's like it's a comic book. It's an issue of a character that you might not like, but hey, they're getting their standalone book.
Right.
You know? And
That's
it's like,
what I'm trying to
I
say.
don't need to buy that. No,
instead of
I can
having
skip that.
expectations like why didn't it make $400 million and 900 million people
Right.
seen, it's like a subplot, like a little mini special
Yeah.
issue, and it's just like just a little bit more for people who want more.
It's a one-off. Yeah, which is I think what they should have framed their shows as being.
Instead
one-offs.
of seasons.
Instead of seasons, it's a one-off. It's a volume.
Like Loki,
you know?
and then the second
It's
part
Loki
of Loki
Volume
would be-
1. It's not
yeah.
Season 1, it's Volume
and
1.
then maybe they don't do anymore.
Maybe they don't do anymore. Right.
Because then each
That's
episode
the end of the book.
can be an issue.
Yeah.
I got you.
Right.
That makes sense.
That would have been honestly cool.
That's-
It's issue 1.
They could still rebrand that
That'd be
way.
cool.
They
I
should
would
probably do
that would look cool on just Disney Plus.
Maybe I'll
you
do
know
that
what I mean?
with the project that I've a year and a half into.
Hey.
I can have you help me do a little
Fuck
like a
yeah.
little frame thumbnail
Yeah.
for the intro for each one.
You could do even like Iron Man is like volume or issue 1 in the like Infinity Saga volume or whatever, and like Phase 1's volume 1 is what they should have called it.
Yeah.
They should. You got to rename everything. That's okay. James Gunn. Okay, ready? Point off our board and point on James Gunn board for calling it Chapter 1.
Right, like a story.
Like a story.
Yeah.
Okay. You got one.
Well, he's a writer.
All right. You got one on the board.
Well, I'll
okay?
never talk. I don't think we ever talk shit about his actual writing ability.
No,
We
because
clown on him for wanting to write everything.
that doesn't mean he's a bad
But
writer.
that doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad writer.
No, I still really like Suicide Squad and the Guardians movies are great. But
Slither is one of my favorite horror comedy movies of all
I've
time.
never seen it. Okay.
It's really
Okay.
good.
I was really interested in that Brightburn movie too.
Okay.
That, like horror superhero
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Oh, he's not a bad writer, but none of his stuff's successful outside of franchises.
Ant-Man allegedly is going to drop 70%
To the box office.
in the box
69%?
office. 60 something.
69.
60 and change. Nice. They did that on purpose.
Yeah.
They're like they didn't sell tickets second week to get it to drop fucking 69%.
Hold it out.
Could you imagine? Yeah, we're not selling tickets, but it says
It'll-
IMAX. Yeah, it's 3 p.m.
It's out. That's why they
What do you
changed the
mean?
3D show that we went to regular IMAX.
Yeah.
So like cut it down.
Yeah. And that's why they robbed you of our IMAX 3D review, which will have to be in the next week. God dang it.
32.2 is the estimate. We don't have finals yet.
For the second weekend. Yeah.
Cocaine Bear coming in on the higher end expectations at 23 million.
Yeah, man.
It's
Cocaine Bear.
good for that. You got the
23
variety
million.
estimates.
It says up 23 million. Yeah.
So that's good. That's the budget
Is
on that
Ant-Man and Cocaine Bear finally waiting out Avatar and Puss in Boots?
Yeah, I didn't see what the rest of the top. I figured it's the same that's been holding for forever. Just
I would
got
assume
knocked
it's
down
the
a
same.
couple notches.
It's pretty much the same. Yeah. Yeah. Box office updates.
I don't think. I know everybody's trying to paint Ant-Man into a failure. I just don't think. Again, Black Widow dropped 68%.
Yeah, you were saying the other movies.
Thor:
like
Love and Thunder dropped
No Way Home
68%. No Way
dropped
Home
60.
dropped 65%.
Well, that's what you do when you have this, like,
Gigantic
it's the 30th
opening.
movie, you know what I mean? And it's like, everybody who's going to go see it is going to go see it
Opening night.
Right. Or the first weekend. And that was a 4-day weekend, to be fair.
Right.
So that's kind of bullshit to go, like, it dropped 70% compared to this 4-day fucking
Well, compared
weekend.
to the 3 to the 4, it would be it'd be even worse.
It'd be like 90.
Yeah, 75+%. Yeah.
Eesh.
But again, the movie will end up making the same or slightly more than the last Ant-Man, which means the same audience is going, the same people are watching and enjoying it. They just all came out more front-loaded. So it's already almost at 400 million worldwide. So it's already almost at the break-even point for what it needs to be at.
There was probably about the same amount of people in the theater.
It was only slightly less.
We
There
were
was
in
not
an
70%
IMAX.
less,
No.
I don't think.
And that was also
but
like 3 p.m.
That's
on a
anecdotal.
fucking Friday.
Yeah,
you know
we
what I
went
mean?
at 3
right.
p.m. on a Friday.
Yeah, but it's still IMAX though, so it was weird to see so little people in that theater. But
It's weird. No, I just again seen it twice. This whole channel is gonna be
that's
the
what I'm
Ant-Man
saying.
channel.
I'm like, it's not bad. You know what I mean? It's not fucking.
It's a
bad.
fun movie.
No, yeah, you got to judge it as just being a fun movie. And I can't wait to go see Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine
like-
Bear is gonna be good.
Like, I don't think I want to wait for that.
I love Elizabeth
pop on
Banks.
streaming.
No, I think.
And, what's his face from Modern Family?
Yeah.
in it. 2 Modern Family stories a day.
Speaking
Tease.
of, yeah,
Nice.
right?
Nice. Right into it. So, Eric Stone Street of we'll put his face up. You'll probably recognize him if you've seen Modern Family. There's a gay couple in the show.
Cam and
as
Mitchell.
One of the main families, Cam and Mitchell. They have a daughter, Lily, who's Asian or Vietnamese. Excuse me.
please.
Sorry, whatever. They make the joke
it's
multiple
Asia.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Santa Claus, the Santa Claus,
Season 2.
Season 2, I guess. Okay. On Disney Plus. Well, hey, we have our bad guy. We have our Kumar.
The Mad Santa.
The Mad Santa. So stupid, man.
Except for who's playing it.
Except for who's playing it.
Well, okay, I thought about this.
Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
I thought about this, though, because you were saying, like, why keep staying in this universe? Well,
No. I just think it's weird that we didn't stay in the universe for movies, and now all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we got fucking stories to tell. What do you mean?
Probably,
like,
you do 6 episodes for the budget of half a movie, right? Probably. And now you get to make the Christmas stuff every year in a Christmas established franchise, and you don't have to try to make something new and make people like
I kind of don't
thing.
like Noel, for example, the Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader.
Right?
It's like, okay,
It's cute,
it's good.
but like, are we gonna flood?
But it's like, what if they were Tim Allen's kids and it was in the Santa Claus universe? And now we're talking.
And now you got heavy hitters. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, Netflix has brought some good. HBO Max has brought some good Christmas movies in the last couple of years.
Christmas Chronicles.
So
yeah.
So now you
Eight-Bit
go,
Christmas.
why keep trying to make new
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
Everybody loves the Santa Claus movies and loves, Tim Allen playing that. So just stay in that universe. I get it.
And there needs to be a Christmas thing every year anyway.
So why not?
So why not? Okay.
To me, it's like that's really playing safe.
And I'd rather have a show than a movie.
Right.
Because if the shows are that bad,
But if it's a good movie, you
Yeah.
get it once and that's it, and you got to rewatch
Yeah.
this. Now you get like it broken up into 5, 6, 7.
yeah, maybe I
chapters.
just like episode 3, but like I didn't like the first.
It's
two
just the world.
episodes, and
Yeah,
I
you
just
get to
wanna
hang
see
out in the
finale
world.
again, or But I'm not gonna fast forward to the last 20 minutes of the Santa Claus 4.
Right.
I'm just gonna.
But you
watch
might
the
go back
movie.
and watch that episode.
Right, but I might go
That's
back
some
and
more-
watch that episode.
Some more precious minutes for the streaming company.
Give me sustenance, yeah. minutes. It's
Dreamy.
It's like Nielsen's this like giant squid. It's like Mojo from X-Men.
It's like sucking the minutes out of your brain while you're watching. Feed me my minutes.
My minutes. He's praying. Minutes. I'll get my minutes.
Gross.
Nice. What were we just talking about?
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Well, that brings me right into another Christmas thing. Hawkeye spawned Rogers the Musical. You like that?
As a joke,
Hawkeye
I like
dropped
it.
in Christmas show. We talked about Christmas things. Segue, fucking Rogers the Musical.
I'm thinking of
Bam!
Charlie meme from Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Got it.
Pepe Sylvia. So Rogers the Musical is coming to Disneyland as a live show. They're gonna
Like
do,
how they do all their Lion Kings and their Little Mermaids
yeah, they're gonna
live,
do their fucking stupid parody musical
which will probably be good.
live, which will probably be great, and it will probably be streaming
It'll end
on
up
Disney
going
Plus.
to Broadway.
Yeah,
and on
that's
Disney
what I was just
Plus.
about to say. We'll
Yeah.
have that actual scene where it's like Rogers the Musical posters are like up in New York, and people will be like, "Oh my fucking god,
It's real.
Wow, yeah." You got to plant like, some dude dressed as like
I can do this.
Jeremy
all.
Renner as his like kids in the audience. You know what I mean? And he like gets up to take a phone call.
The first row is always the same thing at every show. Yeah, they have a Hawkeye actor with the Hawkeye family taking a Hawkeye
I would get
phone call.
everybody to like in the first couple rows to look exactly like they do in the fucking show.
That's what I'm
in
saying.
The shot.
Then
Yeah,
you have this like really weird like Inception
The
world.
audience are
that you
actors
don't
in the
know.
play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's
what the
happening? Do it.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was
So-
a treat. I'm not even that big of a musical fan, but it's so funny to have them singing Captain America's catchphrase.
Yeah.
I can do this all day.
Ant-Man's
and
great.
Ant-Man's in it.
Like, slime.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
I hope they use the exact
Oh,
same.
they will.
Okay,
I-
because those are Broadway people,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yep.
actually, yeah.
No, they will.
Man, might have to go to California just to fucking catch that one. Speaking of Marvel things coming into the real world, Ant-Man's book. Look out for the little guy. In Quantumania, he has written a book about his
Right.
adventures as
Isn't
Ant-Man.
it in Black Panther 2 in the background? I heard like in the news. Like he's doing an interview. From
Maybe.
the book,
I know his
someone said.
podcast is in Miss Marvel
Okay.
that I talk about every day. But
So
it might be.
I thought it was like
It
an
could
Easter egg.
be.
Like it's on the TV and he's
It
giving
could
like an
be.
interview.
Yeah, no, there could be one of them. They go to like Riri's college and she might have a book or
Okay,
some
yeah.
shit. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. But I think that's dropping at the end of this year.
I'm gonna have to buy that just to have it. Like
Yeah,
in the
I want it
studio.
as like a
Yep.
studio prop. Yeah, I wonder because it's like gonna be an actual book.
And probably a pretty funny book.
So is it like the entire events of the Infinity
Paul Rudd is
Saga?
probably going to get to write it from his perspective as Ant-Man because he wrote the first 2 Ant-Man movies, so write the book. Shit.
That's kind of funny.
Awesome.
It's like secretly like a making of in universe telling it as Ant-Man, the
Probably.
events of Ant-Man.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking weird.
I'm
yeah.
kind of excited for that.
I'm interested to
Yeah.
actually read
Yeah.
that fucking book. Yeah, I can't imagine it.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit weird, honestly. So Succession, our favorite show on HBO Max, me and Bean's favorite show.
Watch it.
Season
Constantly.
4
will be the last season.
Yeah, I'm heartbroken.
It's funny because
I
I
love that show.
I
I watched
wanted
every
to-
episode.
I have not started that yet. I've
No,
heard good
neither
things
have I.
about it. It got delayed during the pandemic. It was on my With Barry playlist to watch, right?
Okay.
I went with Barry because I love
Okay.
Bill Hader.
I avoid a lot of those.
I want them to be done or close to done. And now that I
Yeah.
know Succession, they were saying 5 seasons. And now
Okay.
that they know the 4 is going to be the end, the creator said no spin-offs.
Yeah.
And people are mad.
I get
'cause they
gypped
want
every time
spin-offs.
I fucking watch HBO Max shows because I'm like into it, and it's like, hey, there's only like 2 seasons.
At least they don't
I'm like,
cancel their stuff like
fuck.
Netflix, though. It's all wrapped up. It's
Right,
short,
right?
but it's
it
wrapped
takes forever
up.
for seasons to come out.
That's
Like
true.
Silicon Valley, I was like 5 seasons in, and then it's like, well, it's gone for a little bit, and it's
But
gonna
the
come
quality
back,
is
and
so
it's like,
good.
yeah, yes.
For their
But-
shows,
and
I
then
mean, overall.
Westworld was like, okay, dope,
For forever.
and then season 2 took forever to come
And
out,
people didn't like it.
and people didn't like it. I liked it. I liked season 2 at least, but season 3.
And now there's no closure because they canceled it
No, there's
when
nothing.
they only had 1 more season planned.
This is what I'm saying.
But that's a Netflix move that they normally don't
That's
move
what
until
I'm saying.
Discovery
Yeah.
took over.
And
who-
Netflix don't even talk to me
it
about
all
Netflix
comes back
canceling
to
shows.
you, Warner Brothers.
My Dark Crystal spin-off show didn't stand a chance in the fucking streaming world. Not a chance.
The streaming wars took another.
It kneecapped that show. Yeah.
The thing that pisses me off about that's funny you mentioned that. Netflix canceled their Surprise Me button, by the
I
way.
saw
I
that.
just wanted to mention that. They still recommend the Dark Crystal, and I get mad.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, don't recommend me
Why?
a show that you never finished.
Right.
They only planned
Because the
2
show's
seasons,
good.
and you couldn't even give them 2. That's what I don't understand. Westworld, they only had the literal writers came out and said we only have 1 more season planned. Cancel. Let them wrap up the show.
That's like if they didn't do season 8 of Game of Thrones, which I would have taken.
Actually, at this point,
yeah, that
I would have
sounds
rather
okay.
had.
They should have swapped.
Maybe
Dude,
that's
finish
why
Westworld
didn't they?
and
Yeah.
kill the Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like if they were like, yeah, we're just not gonna do House of the Dragon season 2, and it's like, but you just spent a fucking
Yeah.
entire show
Why?
over the course of 20 years with these characters.
Yeah, don't do that.
What do you
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. It's like we get an Avengers moment in Dark Crystal show and cancel.
See, I think I think enough
Cut
blowback.
them at the fucking legs. Yeah.
We're
God
gonna get. They
damn
call it in like stocks, the dead cat bounce. Like a company, they lose a bunch of money, but then everybody buys it real cheap, thinking there could be a chance that it goes back up and it gets a little baby up before it
Okay.
all gets sold again.
Yep.
I think we're about to enter that because everyone's saying like the streaming wars would eventually go back to cable,
Yeah.
and we're
Which
kind
we're
of
kinda there.
But I think as Netflix
cable
shares
really
drop,
never officially went away.
No, but
no,
it-
it did, but it never did.
this is going to be
really.
new cable.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think as Netflix shares drop and they lose money and they're trying to stop password sharing to get a good image again for a little while, they're going to go back to Netflix or greenlit. I think that's what you're going to see in the next year or two.
So you're saying
gonna
it's
start-
our chance to swoop in
One more time to swoop in. Nice. No, I just think you'll see less of stuff getting canceled on Netflix for a little while, but you might see less stuff get greenlit, but you'll see stuff that is greenlit not get kneecapped.
not get canceled. But old shows will never come back if they were canceled. Like there's
I don't
no
think
chance.
so.
Yeah, no.
I don't think so.
I don't think we'll ever
those
get that.
days are slowly winding down, and I thank God we got one more Futurama run before those days.
Oh my
end.
god.
That is literally what my most anticipated non-business thing that we're doing, entertainment family thing, that I'm looking forward to is
Yeah,
10
Futurama.
episodes of Futurama this year.
I'll take that.
I would have never believed you.
No.
Even though it's been resurrected 27 times, I'd have been like, there's no more, dude. Let it go. And I never finished Disenchantment, speaking of
No,
shows
I
being
didn't either.
kneecapped. And my
Yeah,
daughter
wow.
did, and she's like, don't, because they end
don't
it
finish
with
it.
a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And I'm
Hey,
like,
Guess what? We're firing
Shut
our
up.
entire animation team. Bye.
maybe-
Yeah.
You think, I wonder if 20th Century has
What?
any rights with that, and they could finish it on Hulu, even with a
'Cause
special.
It's like a graining
Right, even with the
character.
special,
Yeah,
like a
okay.
40-minute wrap it all up special, because that's garbage. I loved that show. I know people like to shit on it, but it was like medieval Futurama. It's so smartly written. It's not laugh out loud funny. It's a good story.
Well, because like Futurama isn't on Disney Plus, right?
Not yet.
Not yet, but it can be.
I will after the FX run or the Futurama. I mean the Hulu run. I bet.
This new one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because until they sell Hulu, they're trying to make Hulu their adult
That's right.
Disney Plus.
Okay,
So once
that's
that
right.
goes away, I think then the Disney Plus now will have Family Guy and Futurama,
American
and,
Dad,
Bob's
and Rick and
Burgers,
Morty, and
yeah,
Bob's Burgers,
Yep.
and Modern Family.
and all these other shows.
All the shows you can get if you fucking watch Disney Plus and turn on
If you
a
have the
fucking
Viz
VPN.
Pism
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. It's not crazy. I got a fucking twitch
it's
in my
weird.
eye. but
Yeah.
VPN, Disney Plus, you can watch any show. You don't need both Hulu.
It's
and
crazy,
Disney Plus.
yeah.
They're like, pay for the bundle. I'm like, hell no.
Pay for VPN.
I can protect my internet and fucking watch Modern Family. Fuck you. I ain't gonna pay more, and I don't want ESPN either. So shove it up your ass, Bob Iger.
Yeah. Toy Story.
This has been
5.
Iger Counter.
Any-
A couple other shows
Anything?
ending.
quick?
Goldberg's
Goldberg
ending.
season 10 ending. That show's been suffering.
We
Most
have-
of the cast is gone.
Some South Park stuff drop. We're gonna touch
We
on it
might
in
do
our
its
own
own.
episode. I'm just teasing it here, though.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's been some lawsuits, some here and there stuff. The new season is working well for Matt and Trey.
Yeah,
So-
6 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're getting a lawsuit that puts us on the map. Cha-ching. Yeah. All right, everybody.
That it?
Tell us what you sent a game about in the comments below.
Any Cinna drizzle?
Any Cinna drizzle pre-sin.
Little dribbling, little Cinna dribble.
Yeah, we got a couple more stories. Dr. Seuss sequel coming out in book form. Dr. Seuss in the afterlife has written
The Grinch returns.
The Grinch returns to steal Christmas.
Doesn't make
again.
any sense because
The
I thought
Grinch, how the Grinch
I don't know how
stole
that can
Christmas.
have a sequel.
Return of the Grinch.
Are they gonna do like the Grinch gets together with the Lorax and they form like the Avengers of Dr. Seuss characters? I don't know how that'll work.
The Seuss Vengers
Uh,
into the Seussiverse.
Warner Brothers, nice. Warner Brothers reacquired the rights to Lord of the Rings.
Lord
They
of
have
the
announced
Rings?
sequels to Lord of the Rings, which I don't know how I feel
Which is
about
really
that.
funny
We
coming
might do an
off.
in-depth video,
The Amazon Rings of Power show,
which is basically like
which was
a
what
prequel.
supposed to have 10 seasons or some shit.
Yeah, so we can
right?
get both. Or are
I
they
don't
gonna
think
cancel
so.
the Amazon show?
Probably gonna cancel the Amazon show, even though they spent like $100 million every episode. Yeah.
Anything
Oh,
else?
boy.
That's insane. Just
Goldberg's
curious.
ending with
that's-
season 10. Blah blah blah. Who really cares? Warner Brothers suing whatever. Blah blah blah.
Oh, yeah,
blah.
we'll get to
Yeah,
that.
we got some Hogwarts Legacy. It's all mumbo jumbo. We're not really news guys, so I don't want to tell you all the stories from last week. I don't want to bother. I don't want to waste your time with all the news stories on
Cut.
the news show. You should take the.
Yeah,
I think
okay,
he's one of them.
okay,
I think that would
okay.
make a lot more sense than. Or what's the guy with like the shark head?
Yeah,
Who's,
like the guard. Like
yeah,
the,
like the big or the hamster that eats the sandwiches. You know what I mean? Yeah. I
Imagine
could
just
see
like
that.
flipping through and seeing this video, and you're like, the hamster that eats the sandwiches.
Lilo and Stitch. It fucking rules, man.